Greetings and salutations, Nivens here with your weekly rock wind-up, the first edition for the month of February, and proof number 1,242 that metal is not dead, nor is it dying a slow death. Per Disturbed's Dave Draymond, Lamb of God Resolution, their new CD, landed number 3 on the charts, so eat that bitch as you say rock is dead. Well, first part of this week, there's been a petition to have Birmingham, England, which is basically the birthplace of Black Sabbath, put forth a Black Sabbath Day. As many people know, there's a reunion expected as well as a new album, but that reunion expected might not be a full reunion. Drummer Bill Ward not happy with the contract he received about the reunion and may end up holding out. More developments unfold in this. I'll keep you in the loop. Well, as anticipation mounts for Van Halen's new CD to drop on Tuesday, A Different Kind of Truth, a couple of articles or stories are being reported this week about a couple members not in Van Halen. One of them being Michael Anthony saying he's not going to go after Van Halen for some of the reworking songs that supposedly are on the new album. And Sammy Hagar feeling like this new album lacks any sort of creativity and depth and thinking that it's just a cash cow the guys are trying to roll out there. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when this new album drops. I know a couple people have gotten kind of some pre-listens to it and think that it's okay, which makes me think that it's going to end up being Van Halen's answer like a Chinese democracy, where it's not that bad, it's just okay. Ex-GNR bassist, current pseudo Velvet Revolver bassist, as well as Loaded bassist frontman Duff McKagan teaming up with Alice in Chains' Sean Kinney to host their own radio program. Well, we saw how well that worked for David Lee Roth, didn't we? Stay on the stage, fellas. And to close out your weekly rock wind-up, news about Dave Grohl. As many of you know, Grohl has been working on a secret super project. I told you about it before, where he teamed up with a couple guys from Rat and Stephen Pearcy, Warren DeMartini. He also teamed up with Corey Taylor of Slipknot Stone Sour, where Corey released this week that not only was it him and Dave working on this super secret project, it was also Rick Nielsen of Cheap Trick. And I guess the story behind it is that Grohl has been working on a documentary about Sound City Studios, where Nirvana recorded their legendary album Nevermind back in '91. On top of Nirvana, who else is recorded there? Everybody from Slayer to Metallica to Weezer to Rage Against the Machine, Neil Young, the list goes on and on and on. So Dave has such an affinity for this now closed studio that he went ahead and recorded this documentary. No dates on when it's going to get released, no dates on a soundtrack, but I do know this much. If you're already talking about this handful of group of people working on something, you know it's going to be pretty awesome. So have a great weekend, whatever you're doing. If you're going out to Stanford tonight for the Broken Lizard guys, I'll see you there. If you're going to check out Missouri Mavericks hockey tomorrow night, I'll see you then. Have a great weekend. I like to do the cha-cha, and my tiny little nipples went to France. Hello, I'm Evan Bad. I'm Evan Bad. I'm Evan Bad. I love that part in Bruce Almighty.